How does he afford a mortgage payment and a car payment? He hasn't helped me in over in since October. I mean, this is not right.
Do you have any information that he has some sort of income?
He was
Go ahead.
he was working for he was getting paid cash every week, 1,500 for Rick de la Fuente.
Where was that?
Where was the location or where the man lives?
Yeah, well, you heard he testified that he was working at Grit Oil and Gas.
Yeah, he
and
got fired from there, and then he started working cash money.
Okay, for Rick de la Fuente.
Yes.
All right. And how do you know this? Without telling me what anybody told you. I mean, if he told you, that's fine, but I can't receive hearsay. So how do you know he was working for Rick de la Fuente?
Because he told me, and I went to the location where he was working at.
Got it. All right. Mr. Talamantes, does that sound familiar? Have you been ever working for Rick de la Fuente?
Rick de la Fuente, I used to work for him at Lone Star Resources, is how I met him in the first place. That was maybe about over 5 years ago. And it was in the talks on him giving me a job and working for him steady, but he said it was hard for him because he was barely getting started. And
So when did you work for Rick de la Fuente?
like 5 years ago.
Did you ever work for Rick de la Fuente while you were working for Grit Oil?
No, ma'am.
All right. So when was the last time you worked for Rick?
It's been. Let me look back. Hold on. It's been a while, man. I want to say a couple of years already. It's been a while back already. And the reason
you were with Grit Oil for 3 years, you said,
yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. During the 3 years you were with Grit Oil, you never worked for Rick de la Fuente.
No, ma'am.
So if you stopped working for Grit, which by the way, she testified that you quit. Did you quit?
No,
or
ma'am.
were you laid off?
I was laid off, ma'am.
Okay. Now, so if you were laid off in October 2024,
yes, ma'am.
Is it fair to say that the last time you worked for Rick was 3 years prior to that, like around 2020?
No, because I was living in Illinois. It was way before that. In 2020, I was living in Illinois. That's when my grandmother passed away.
So you were working for Rick de la Fuente before you moved to Illinois?
Yes, ma'am. When we moved to Illinois, I was working for Rick de la Fuente, and I quit there to go to Illinois.
All right. And if you were able to get Rick to come to court and testify, that's what he would be testifying to?
I believe so.
All right. And how many people were laid off again with Grit at the same time you were?
It was me, a foreman, a lead, an engineer, and I want to say an automation tech. It was 5 at the same. It wasn't the exact same day, but it was within a week.
All right. Mr. Feist, I see that it's your pleadings that were filed was a motion for modification, and it was a confirmation of arrears as well?
No,
or
just modification.
I think he got disconnected. Mr. Talamantes, turn on your video. There you go. Mr. Talamantes.
Okay, my phone died. I'm sorry, ma'am.
That's okay. Based on the evidence the court heard, the court is granting temporary orders. And I think I had already said it, indicated that you need to start paying child support.
Yes, ma'am.
Under the family code, the court can go retroactively from the date of the first appearance or service. You got served in December. So the court is setting child support of $337 and a medical of $113 beginning January the 1st, 2025. And so we will come back on May the 6th to allow Ms. Alvarez to bring whatever evidence she wants. We're going to revisit the child support. Mr. Talamantes, you're more than welcome. If you feel you need to get Mr. Talamantes here or any other evidence, you're more than free to do that. So we will come back on May the 6th.
I do want to add something, man. I'm sorry. I know exactly what she's talking about. So with Rick de la Fuente, he was going to hire me with him. But the thing is, he wanted to try me out, so he took me to work with him for 2 days. And the time she went out there to go meet me to take me tacos, I was in training for it, and I did go with him. But the thing is, he didn't put me on because it was too slow. But he
Did you
did
get
take me with.
paid for those 2 days?
I got paid for 2 days. Yes, ma'am.
How much did you get paid?
$175 a day.
All right. And those are the only 2 days you
Yes, ma'am. It was for 2 days.
All right.
And the thing
Well,
was,
again, both of you can bring whatever evidence you want. And if that means you need to bring Mr. De La Fuente to show that he can't hire you, that's fine.
okay.
It's whatever evidence Ms. Alvarez is gonna bring. Mr. Talamantes, she also wanted a non-disclosure, which means her address will not come out in the order. Are you in agreement with that?
No,
Why is that?
because I do need to know where my kids are being resided.
Okay.
And
No.
another thing,
Well, are you visiting? Are you visiting the children?
I can't. She's in Illinois.
Oh, wow. That's right. Okay. Mr. Feist, since we're coming back, we can do the non-disclosure at that time as well. Okay,
That's fine, Your Honor.
all right. So on page 1, they're also going to put that we will also have a hearing on the non-disclosure. Ms. Alvarez, do you have any questions?
Yes, ma'am. Me and him, I tried to communicate with him to see the kids when I was in
Okay.
Texas, but he didn't want to communicate with me. And my
Okay.
kids call him and he don't answer their phone calls.
Okay, what you can do is consult an attorney with regards to the visitation. Since we were here only for child support, all we're going to do is hear child support, but you can consult an attorney that may be able to answer your question regarding what to do for that, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Talamantes. Thank you, Ms. Alvarez. The court finds that these temporary orders are in the best interest of the child. You are excused. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor, we are back today as there was a temporary order obtained on April 1st after a contested hearing. And the temporary order was to readdress the child support, medical support, and non-disclosure. What is your full name?
Christina Marie Alvarez.
And Ms. Alvarez, you were here on the 1st of April, and you guys, there was a temporary order. Are you in agreement to any of that temporary order?
No, I'm not, because he is working and he gets paid every Thursday, 1,500. So I don't know why he's lying.
Did you send in evidence to that to prove up that fact?
I mean, I have some photos of a work truck by his home, and how does he afford a mortgage payment and a car payment? He hasn't helped me since October. I mean, this is not right.
Your Honor, the the temporary orders were the minimum wage calculation, as Ms. Alvarez was not in agreement back then. But
Okay.
you did set child support at the minimum wage, and it was to begin in January 1st of 2025. And health insurance was second. And Ms. Alvarez, how are the children covered for health insurance right now?
Well, right now I moved to Illinois from Texas. They have Medicaid, but I haven't been receiving anything over here. So, I mean, I have to pay out of pocket every time I take them to the clinic.
Right, and medical support was set at $113 a month, Your Honor, also beginning the first day of January of 2025.
Yes, the court is taking judicial notice of the temporary orders, and so we were here, Mr. Feist, obviously child support was minimum wage. So she was not in agreement, so we reserved child support, medical support, although if it's medical support and it belongs to the state, I don't think that should be an issue with her. So if you want to, you can put on any evidence. I took judicial notice of the temporary orders.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. So, Ms. Alvarez, did you send any of that information?
Where I don't know where to send it to. Where can I send the photos to?
Ms. Alvarez, if, all right, So let me handle it this way. We already have temporary orders. And so we were here to revisit child support because you were not in agreement with minimum wage. Now, you've indicated you have photos.
Mhm.
I haven't seen the photos. As long as the photos show that obviously what you're going to be saying is that he's working, and if you give me evidence as to how much he's getting paid and all that, but we can have you submit the photos. Would you like to submit the photos?
Yes.
All right, then do you have a pen?
I can write it down on my phone.
All right,
What? Okay, I'm ready.
all right. The child support Office of the Attorney General is going to send you a reset notice, and at the bottom of their notices, it should have an email, but I'm going to give you the email for the court, okay?
Okay.
It's C as in cat, S as in support, C as in cat, so it's CSC 21 at TX, like Texas, but TX courts, COURTS.gov.
Okay.
Okay, well, let me ask first, Mr. Feist. Obviously, she wants to give me some evidence, unless we were here to to revisit the child support. Does the Office of the Attorney General have any additional evidence?
No, Your Honor.
All right, yeah, Ms. Alvarez, they don't have any evidence.
Uh-huh.
We were here that to revisit the child support, but they don't have any evidence to give me. So if you send the photos, I don't know if the photos, it sounds like they're relevant and they have something to prove with regards to child support. However, as long as you follow the rules of evidence and civil procedure, that's fine. So if you send them into that email, the photographs, when we come, we can share the screen and we can have Mr. Feist and Mr. Talamantes look at the photos and see whether they'll be admitted on that day, okay?
Okay.
In fact, any other document, not just photos, whatever evidence you have with regards to wages and child support, just submit it to that email, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Talamantes, in the meantime,
Yes, ma'am.
there is temporary orders. There's temporary orders that set child support at 113 that you're under court-ordered obligation to pay. If you recall, the court order we were here on April the 1st.
Yes.
All right, so your first payment was May.
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, last
No,
week, and obviously
January.
January. Okay,
Yeah, medical support was 113.
okay, hold on. I did take judicial notice, 113 beginning January the 1st. And Miss Alvarez, you said that the children are on government insurance, right?
Yes.
All
But
right, so
right now I moved to Illinois, so right now I'm not receiving anything, and every time I take them to the clinic, I have to pay out of my pocket.
okay, the Office of the Attorney General will talk to you about that because they have government insurance in place. So I don't know what the difference is in the different states, but in any event, cash medical
What?
was 113 beginning January the 1st, Mr. Talamantes.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the child support that you were supposed to be paying was $337 beginning also January the 1st of 2025, okay?
Ma'am.
Did you have anything else to add to that, Mr. Feist, child the tape recorders?
Yes, Your Honor, we also came back to discuss the non-disclosure because they both have safety concerns against each other.
Well, we can put the non-disclosure mutually both ways, but you'll have to amend the order. And then we're not even done with the order. So the court can reserve the non-disclosure, Mr. Feist, till we come back on the child support.
Okay.
Mr. Talamantes, any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Talamantes, same with you. If you have any evidence regarding wages that you would like to give the court, then you send them into that email, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
When did
any
you reset it?
questions?
Sorry, Your Honor, when did you reset it for?
Well, since we already have temporary orders, we have room June the 3rd. June the 3rd. We'll come back. You're gonna log in the same way, Ms. Alvarez and Mr. Talamantes, okay?
Okay,
All right, you are excused. Thank you very much.
thank you.